Penguin Random House Audio presents Interior, Chinatown, a novel by Charles Yu. Read for you by Joel de la Fuente. For Sophia and Dylan. Act 1, Generic Asian Man. Act 2, Interior Golden Palace. Act 3, Ethnic Recurring. Act 4, Striving Immigrant. Act 5, Kung Fu Dad. Act 6, The Case of the Missing Asian. Act 7, Exterior Chinatown. If a film needed an exotic backdrop, Chinatown could be made to represent itself or any other Chinatown in the world. Even today, it stands in for the ambiguous Asian anywhere. Bonnie Tsui. Act 1, Generic Asian Man. Interior Golden Palace. Ever since you were a boy, you've dreamt of being Kung Fu Guy. You are not Kung Fu Guy. You are currently Background Oriental Male, but you've been practicing. Maybe tomorrow will be the day. Interior Golden Palace. Ever since you were a boy, you've dreamt of being Kung Fu Guy. You are not Kung Fu Guy. You are currently Oriental Guy making a weird face, but you've been practicing. Maybe tomorrow will be the day. Take what you can get, try to build a life at the margin, made from bit parts. Willis Wu, Asian, actor. Skills, Kung Fu, moderate proficiency. Fluent in accented English. Able to do face of great shame on command. Resume repertoire, Disgraced Son. Delivery guy, silent henchman. Caught between two worlds. Guy who runs in and gets kicked in the face. Striving immigrant. Generic Asian man. Your mother has played, in no particular order, pretty Oriental flower, Asiatic seductress, young dragon lady, slightly less young dragon lady, restaurant hostess, girl with the almond eyes, beautiful maiden number 1, dead beautiful maiden number 1, old Asian woman. Your father has been, at various times, twin dragon, wizened Chinaman, guy in a soiled t-shirt, inscrutable grocery owner in a soiled t-shirt, egg roll cook, young Asian man, Sifu, the mysterious Kung Fu master, old Asian man. Interior Golden Palace, morning. In the world of black and white, everyone starts out as generic Asian man. Everyone who looks like you, anyway. Unless you're a woman, in which case you start out as pretty Asian woman. You all work at Golden Palace, formerly Jade Palace, formerly Palace of Good Fortune. There's an aquarium in the front, and cloudy tanks of rock crabs and 2-pound lobsters crawling over each other in the back. Laminated menus offer the lunch special, which comes with a bowl of fluffy white rice and choice of soup, egg drop or hot and sour. A neon Tsingtao sign blinks and buzzes behind the bar in the dimly lit space. A drop-ceiling room with lacquered ornate woodwork, or some imitation thereof. Everything simmering in a warm, seedy red glow, thrown off by the dollar store paper lanterns festooned above, many of them darkened by dead moths, the paper yellowing, ripped, curling in on itself. The bar is fully stocked with top-shelf spirits up top, middle-shelf liquor at eye level, and down at the bottom, happy-hour shelf of booze that you will regret for sure. The new thing everyone is excited about is called the Lychee Margarita-Tini, which seems like a lot of flavors. Not that you've had one. They're $14. Sometimes patrons leave a sip at the bottom of the glass, and if you're quick, while you go through the swinging door that separates the front of the house from the back, you can have a taste. You've seen some of the other generic Asian men do it. It's a risk, though. The director's always got an eye out, ready to fire someone for the smallest infraction. You wear the uniform, white shirt, black pants, black slipper-like shoes that have no traction whatsoever. Your haircut is not good, to say the least. Black and white always look good. A lot of it has to do with the light. They're the heroes. They get hero lighting, designed to hit their faces just right. Designed to hit White's face just right, anyway. Someday you want the light to hit your face like that. To look like the hero. Or, for a moment, to actually be the hero. Roles. First, you have to work your way up. Starting from the bottom, it goes 5. Background Oriental Male. 4. Dead Asian Man. 3. Generic Asian Man number 3/delivery guy. 2. Generic Asian Man number 2/waiter. 1. Generic Asian Man number 1. And then, if you make it that far, hardly anyone does, you get stuck at number 1 for a while, and hope and pray for the light to find you, and that when it does you'll have something to say, and when you say that something it will come out just right and have everyone in black and white turning their heads saying, "Wow, who is that? That is not just some generic Asian man, that is a star. Maybe not a real regular star, let's not get crazy. We're talking about Chinatown here, but perhaps a very special guest star, which for your people is the ceiling, is the terminal, ultimate, exalted position for any Asian working in this world, the thing every Oriental male dreams of when he's in the background trying to blend in. Kung Fu Guy. Kung Fu Guy is not like the other slots in the hierarchy. There isn't always someone occupying the position, as in whoever the top guy is at any given time, that's the default guy who gets trotted out whenever there's kung fu to be done. Only a very special Asian can be worthy of the title. It takes years of dedication and sacrifice. And after all that, only a few have even a slim chance of making it. Despite the odds, you all grew up training for this and only this. All the scrawny yellow boys up and down the block, dreaming the same dream. Interior, Golden Palace. Ever since you were a boy, you've dreamt of being Kung Fu Guy. You are still not Kung Fu Guy. You are currently generic Asian man number 3/delivery guy. Your Kung Fu is B+ on a good day, and Sifu once proclaimed your drunken monkey to be nearly at a level of competence that he could perhaps at some point in the future imagine not being completely embarrassed of you. Which, if you know him, well, that's a pretty big deal. To be honest, though, it can sometimes be hard to tell with Sifu, who is famously inscrutable. If you could only show him what you've become. All you want is for him to make that face, the one that looks like internal distress, possibly of a gastrointestinal nature, but actually indicates something closer to deeply repressed secret pride honorable father has for his young but promising son. Means deliciously bittersweet pain that comes from knowing honorable teacher is no longer needed. That's how you see it in your head. He would make that face, smile, you'd smile back. Credits roll and you'd walk off, arm in arm, to the horizon. Old Asian Man. These days he is mostly Old Asian Man. No longer Sifu, with the pants and the muscles and the look in his eye. All of that is gone now, but when did it happen? Over years and overnight. The day you first noticed, you'd shown up a few minutes early for weekly lesson. Maybe that's what threw him off. When he answered the door, it took him a moment to recognize you. 2 seconds or 20, a frozen eternity. Then, as he regained himself, his familiar scowl barking your name. Willis Wu! Half exclamation, half confirmation, as if verifying for both you and himself that he hadn't forgotten. Willis Wu, he said again. Well, come on, what are you doing? Don't just stand there in the doorway like a dum-dum. Come in, son, let's get started. He was fine for the rest of the day, mostly, but you couldn't stop thinking about the look he gave you, oblivion or terror, and for the first time you noticed the mess his room had become. Not unusual for any other man his age living alone, But for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?